Yo, what is going on, everybody? This is Samuel Brown, aka RBT, and today, as you see in the title, we're going to be doing my Madden 16 wish list. In the background, you're going to be seeing an 100k coin pack opening for me. There's some pretty good pulls, so pay attention. But I'm not going to be talking about that, just the wish list, but I had that in the background so you guys have some quality background content to look at as you're listening to me tell you my Madden 16 wish list. And this is going to be Ultimate Team and just regular Madden 16 combined. I could have done a separate video for Madden 16 Ultimate Team, but decided to put all these wishlist ideas into one video. Didn't want to make multiple videos for them. I have a list here on my phone of me talking about some stuff that I jotted down. I'm not really sure how long this video is going to take, so the footage in the background might be sped up or slowed down a little bit to, make it equal with my talking here about my Madden 16 wishlist. But don't forget to pay attention to the footage because there's some pretty good pack pulls in the pack opening. But anyways, why don't we start off? I have my list here. We're going to start with the idea that a lot of people just don't understand why they took this out of the game in the first place, is team play. Team play, they've had it on Madden the past couple years where you and I think up to 3 friends could play on one team while playing 3 people on the other team. It was so fun to be able to play an actual game with your friends, and they took it out this year for some reason. And the only problems that were wrong with the game mode in the past, well, for me personally and my friends, was the servers were kind of messed up when it came to team play. You could get disconnected a little bit more than you really should. So the connection problems were an issue, but definitely they shouldn't have taken it out just because of that. I don't know why they took it out. So hopefully they can bring that back next year because it was an awesome game mode. I know me and my friends for sure miss it all. We wish we could play it all the time, but they took it out, and hopefully they'll bring it back next year. And next on my list here is why in franchise mode can you not play the Pro Bowl? That makes no sense to me. It'd be awesome to play the Pro Bowl. You can only sim it, I believe, and see who made the roster. Why can't you play the Pro Bowl? I don't understand. So I think it'd be awesome if they actually made the Pro Bowl playable in franchise mode. And next, I think this might just be my personal opinion. There might be some other people out there that think the same, but this is just completely me. I really do believe out of all the things that are in the game right now, I mean, I know a lot of people have some problems with some of the gameplay, different things that maybe the wide receivers could fight for balls more, but me, I think the running game needs a huge improvement. For some reason, to me at least, I'm not sure if everybody else out there thinks the same way, but there's not a big difference in between your 99 overall running backs and your 60 overall running backs when you're playing with them. Of course, when you play against the computer, they can seem tougher, but when you're playing yourself, the running backs just never do anything. The only play that ever seems to work either against me or for me is runs up the middle. You can never run powers. Obviously, your read options can work, but your normal running plays do not work unless it's a halfback dive. So I don't really know if it's the running back's abilities or the offensive line or what it is, but I do know that I really hope that the running game as a whole gets a tweaking to next year's game because it's just not fun to run the ball. And this brings me to the next point on my wish list. And I know this is kind of a small detail, but Jesus Christ, when you guess run up the middle, your cornerbacks should not just for a split second look like they're about to run into the middle, try to stop the run, and then go back onto their players that they are covering, leaving them wide open. Therefore, if you ever guess run up the middle and they decide to pass it, you are just officially screwed, and it's going to be a touchdown every single play unless a person gets too flustered and they decide to throw the ball away because there's so much pressure. Just because you guess run up the middle should not leave everybody uncovered. I just don't understand that. And like I said with the running game, the thing that only ever seems like it works against me is runs up the middle. So if somebody keeps running the ball up the middle and not being able to be stopped, why don't you guess run up the middle, and that should help you out and not absolutely screw you over if they decide to pass the ball. So I hope the guess run up the middle feature is just fixed because that should not be a bomb waiting to happen every single time you guess run up the middle. That should just be a feature in the game to help stop an opponent that keeps exploiting the runs up the middle. The next feature on my wish list is something that a ton of people want, but it's probably actually the last feature on my wish list outside of Ultimate Team, and that is to be able to create a draft class for franchise mode and be able to use that in your franchise mode. Allow users to create their own draft class, upload it, and have everybody around the Madden Ultimate Team community download those and use those in their franchise just like they use and do in NBA 2K15. It's just not as fun, playing with random generated rookies every year and drafting them. It was awesome in the past when you were able to import the rosters from NCAA, but you can no longer do that anymore. because NCAA no longer is allowed to be created. So why not get around it like NBA does and allow their users to create a draft class? I mean, that right there would fix the problem completely, and I don't see how it would be that hard to put it into the game. I know 99% of the users out there want it. I don't know why anybody wouldn't want it. So why not implement it into the game? I mean, NBA 2K15 can do it. Why can't EA and Madden do it? Now, moving into Ultimate Team, these are my 5 biggest things, or it might be 6 biggest things that I actually want in Madden 16 Ultimate Team. First of all, I actually just wrote this down before I started to record this video, is lower transaction fees. Taking 10% out of everybody you sell on the auction. There's absolutely no point in that. On FIFA, and I'm going to be referring to that a lot because there's a lot of things I love on FIFA. I'm an avid player of FIFA Ultimate Team and Madden Ultimate Team. There's so many things that both do right, and there's so many things both do wrong. If they could just combine those 2 games, it'd make the perfect Ultimate Team. Although I do have to say, after playing both games, I do think Madden's actual Ultimate Team game mode is better than FIFA's. But hey, that's just my opinion. I might raise some ears there, but that's just my opinion. But anyways, I'm going to be referring to that a lot. But on FIFA, it's only 5%, and I still think that's kind of ridiculous. But 10% is pretty ridiculous as well. I mean, you work so hard to get a player and complete a set and get a player worth 1,000,000 coins, and if you decide to sell him, you only get 900,000 coins. That's 100,000 coins you lose out on for absolutely no reason. There's no reason for there to be a tax in a video game auction. I mean, we already tax enough in real life. Why do you have to put it to us on a video game? And if you're gonna have a tax, don't let it be 10%. That's just ridiculous. 10% is just way too ridiculous. If you want to make your users happy, either just take it away completely, or we'll settle on 5%. We'll settle on 5%, but 10% is just a little bit too ridiculous. And that kind of completely defeats the purpose of playing the auction and you're trying to get snipes, because unless your snipe is really big, because of that 10% transaction fee, you can't really make profit off snipes. It really makes it worthless to get snipes because the transaction fee is so large that you're really not making a profit from the snipes that you can get on the auction, unless it's like a 20, 30,000 coin snipe. So that's the first thing that I want into Madden 16 Ultimate Team. And next is a transfer pile, just like they do on FIFA. If I want to eventually sell some players on the auction, I should be able to add that player to a transfer pile. I believe they do that on NBA as well. I think they call it My Auctions. They do it on FIFA. Why can't they do it on Madden? It'd be a great way, you know, to organize the players that you actually want to keep in your item binder, and the players you're going to eventually sell on. Keeps things way more organized, and if they even wanted to, they could set a limit to how many players you could put in your auctions or transfer list. It would just make things a lot easier on the consumer to have to not keep going back and forth between the item binder, the auction, and so forth. That leads me to my next point, is another reference to FIFA being able to increase your transfer list, aka being able to increase the players you have on the auction at one time. 20 items on the auction is just not enough, especially when you're somebody like me who has 900 items in his binder that he wants to sell, but it just is impossible and takes way too much time to have to actually go through and tell everybody, wait till they sell and go back and list another 20. That would take absolutely forever. So why not implement a way to where you can increase the number of items you can have on the auction at one time? On FIFA, they have a catalog system going. It's for Ultimate Team, it's for career mode, a bunch of different things, but after you get a certain amount of experience in game time total, you get to make different upgrades with coins you get and stuff like that, and one of those options is plus 10 to your transfer list, which would be absolutely amazing, being able to sell at least 30 players in the auction at once opposed to 20. And over time, the more you play Madden, the more you play Ultimate Team, you're able to increase that to 40, 50. I think the max on FIFA is 100. So just think about, if you're somebody like me that needs to sell like 900 items on the auction, being able to put up 100 players at one time instead of 20. I know it shouldn't be unlimited, because you'd have people who would mess things up, but you definitely need more than 20. I'm not sure really why it's capped off at 20. So that's one of my biggest wishes in Madden 16 Ultimate Team. And next is kind of a little thing, but something that should be so simple to put into Madden 16 Ultimate Team, is in the load up screen when you're playing online seasons. Why can't you see the other team's lineup? The only way you can see what team you're playing against is if you start the game, you're playing your opponent, you pause the game and go to the depth chart and look at the team. Why not, just like there is in FIFA, another FIFA reference, why not, as the game is loading up against your opponent, you can just see your opponent's lineup. You'll be able to see what cards they're playing with. I mean, so let's say, you know, even before the game started, you're playing against a 99 overall Tom Brady opposed to his elite Team of the Week cards. You'll know what cards you're actually playing against, and that'd be awesome. I don't know why that's so difficult But like I said, the only way you know who you're playing against now is if you go into the depth chart, and still, unless you have a really good sense of what cards, what overalls go with what cards, you're not really sure what cards you're playing against. You just know the overalls, and you have to look through them all at one time. Why not just at once have one picture on the screen of your opponent's lineup so you can see what they're running with before the game even starts. Another thing I would like to add to my Madden 16 Ultimate Team wish list is having some type of online tournament inside the game mode. Maybe even call it like a playoff tournament where you play maybe just the playoffs. I'm trying to incorporate this philosophy over from FIFA because that's kind of another reference, because they have online tournaments in their game modes, but maybe have a 4-round tournament that somebody could play in instead of just going on and being able to play in online seasons. I really think there should be more than just seasons mode that you can play in unless you're playing a friend on Madden, because if you're not playing a friend on Ultimate Team, and you want to play somebody, you either got to play a solo challenge, which is, let's not lie to ourselves, are kind of boring at times. You should be able to go and play in a tournament, and if you make it through the 4 or so rounds and win the championship of the tournament, you should have a reward. In FIFA, it's a free pack. Maybe it could be the same, a free 7.5k pack, and some coins or something like that. And also just adding in single games, so you can either choose to play seasons, an online playoff or online tournament, or a single game against somebody, not having to be, you know, restricted to playing a game that actually counts. Say you just want to try out a player, try out a quarterback, you could be able to go into a single game match, and if you lose that game, it shouldn't really affect anything aside from your record. And last but not least, here on my Madden 16 wish list, as we're in the Ultimate Team side of the wish list, it's just better navigation as a whole. Me and my friends talk about this all the time, as all of us really play FIFA and Madden. We agree that Madden has the better, you know, just Ultimate Team gameplay in general, but FIFA has the better auction system, although that's kind of screwed up now. But just the fluidity of the auctions, being able to go from your transfer list to your item binder, being able to pack a player, just being looking in your binder, be able to click on him, click compare price and see what he's going for. There's just so many ways you can make it a lot more fluid. That would be a lot easier on the consumer to get through Ultimate Team, and it just needs to be a little bit more fast-paced. It just seems like there would be such more of a simpler way to find a player's lowest buy now, instead of having to go to the auction, search through buy now, sort them out, go back all the way to your item binder, find that player, list them up for that price. It just is way too lengthy of a process, and through just a couple simple tweaks, it could be so much more fluid and easier for the players. So just in general, making, you know, just the auction experience a lot more fluid, that would be just amazing, and that would just make Ultimate Team that much better. Well, that's going to do it, guys, for my Madden 16 wish list for just Madden 16 and the Ultimate Team game modes. If you have anything that I missed in this video that you want to be added into Madden 16, whether it be franchise mode, just the gameplay, or Ultimate Team, leave those in the comment section below. As you see in the video title, Madden's Twitter account and Madden Ultimate Team's Twitter account are tagged to the video. If you have your Twitter and your YouTube accounts linked, every time somebody likes this video, Madden's official Twitter account and their Ultimate Team Twitter account will have that video link and that tweet in their mention. So it's just another way for the video to get pushed out even more to EA Sports and to Madden's Ultimate Team, so hopefully they can see this video and hopefully add some of these features into Madden 16. So if you could, and if you haven't already, please like the video and tweet it to EA Sports if you don't have the accounts already linked. If you do have them linked, you should be able to just like the video and it will automatically mention EA Sports' Madden account and Madden Ultimate Team's account, and they should hopefully eventually somebody from EA will see this video and maybe put some of this stuff into consideration. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to drop a like. The more likes this video gets, the more likely EA can see this video, and the more likes it has, they'll be like, hey, so many people like this video, they must agree with this guy, they must want these features, so why don't we do it? Because I'm not gonna lie, when I'm comparing Madden and FIFA, Madden is so much more about the consumer, and I know some people might not seem that way, but to me, being both a big player in Ultimate Team on FIFA and Madden is so much more about their consumers than FIFA is. It really seems like Madden cares about the people that play their game, and they want to make it the best possible, so that hopefully will lead them to hopefully putting some of these features in Madden 16 Ultimate Team. But anyways, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I will catch you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.